All right, video number 2, solving rational equations that aren't proportions. Here, I'm going to go ahead and just factor, just to see what I got going on here. Factor the 2 out of the denominator. I have x plus 1 left over. This is 5 over. Now, this is a difference of 2 squares, so x plus 1, x minus 1. And then here, this is 1 over just x minus 1. So, my denominator has an x plus 1 and x minus 1. So I'm going to say each of those equal to 0 to figure out my restrictions. X cannot equal negative 1, and x cannot equal 1. So those are my 2 restricted values, my 2 excluded values, if you will. Now, since I have this now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and multiply through by the least common denominator. Now, the least common denominator has to have a 2. LCD has to have a 2, has to have an x plus 1, and also has to have an x minus 1. Now, I'm going to use a little shortcut here, okay? Since I know that x plus 1, x minus 1 is the same thing as this, the least common denominator is x squared minus 1. So it's also 2x squared minus 2. So I'm rewriting the same thing 3 different ways so that I can use it whenever I need it, okay? So when you multiply through by 2 parentheses, x plus 1, x minus 1, this is what we end up with. 2, x plus 1, x minus 1, over 2, and then x plus 1. Over here, this is 2x plus 1, x minus 1, times 5, all over x plus 1, x minus 1, and it's equal to 2 x plus 1, x minus 1, all over x minus 1. Now is the fun part, at least I enjoy it. It's when you get rid of stuff. The 2's go away. X plus 1's go away. Great. So that gives me just x minus 1. Over here, x plus 1's go away, x minus 1's go away, and I'm left with 2 times 5, which is 10. On my right side, my x minus 1's go away, so I'm left with this, which is 2x plus 2. Not a bad equation to be left with here. So it says x plus 9, when you combine those like terms, is equal to 2x plus 2. I'm going to subtract x from both sides. I'm also going to subtract 2 from both sides, so that those go away and those go away. I get x is equal to 7. So I'm going to write x equals 7. Does it conflict with either of my excluded values? No, it does not. So that is my solution to that problem. All right. Skipping number 19, because that's a proportion. Skipping that one because I don't even know what that is. Another proportion there. Here we go. Oh, I love it. I love it. So my denominators, no variable in my denominator. So no what is that? No excluded values. I'll catch my grounding here in a second. Now, I also need to talk about my least common denominator. 5, 6, and 2. What's the smallest number they all go into? Unfortunately, the smallest number they go into is 30. Okay, so that means we have to multiply through to clear out all the fractions by 30. If you want to call it 30 over 1, be my guess. That's fine. But here's what we do. 30 times 2y is 60y, and that's all over 5. 30 times 2 is 60. That's over 6. 30 times y is 30y, and that's all over 2. And then 30 times 1 is 30. And that's all over 6. Now I'm going to go through here and simplify as best as I can. So 60y divided by 5, that's going to be 12y. 60 over 6, that's 10. 30y over 2, that's 15y. And then last but not least, I have minus 5. No more fractions, which is what we wanted. I'm going to subtract 12y from both sides. That's 3y minus 5 on the right side. On my left side is 10, so I'm going to go ahead and add 5 to both sides. So I have 15 is equal to 3y. So when you divide both sides by 3, I get y is equal to 5. And since there's no excluded values here, that's my answer. No matter what. Done. All right, now we got to skip to number 23. Is that where we're at? No, you can try that one on your own. Here we go. You could probably try that one on your own as well. Skipping. Yeah. Okay, we'll do 28 and then maybe 29 to finish it up. Okay, so my only denominator is x plus 1. So I'm going to set that equal to 0. You subtract 1 from both sides, you get x equals -1. That is my restricted value, so I'm going to put a slash through it. Okay. It's also my denominator, my least common denominator. So I'm going to multiply through by x plus 1. That gives me 5 parentheses x plus 1 minus 4 parentheses x plus 1 over x plus 1. And that's equal to 6 parentheses x plus 1. So 5x plus 5 minus just 4. That's equal to 6x plus 6. So combining like terms, I have 5x plus 1. Then I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. It gives me x. I'm also going to subtract 6 from both sides. I get -5. So x is equal to -5. It does not conflict with my excluded value, so that's my solution. X equals -5. And the last one I'm going to do for you here. Here we go. Now this is the same thing as x plus 3, x minus 3. So since those two kind of match up with it, they both have the same values there. I'm going to set each of these equal to 0 to figure out my excluded values. So minus 3, x cannot equal -3. Add 3, x cannot equal 3. So those are my two excluded values. Can't have them. Now, it's also my least common denominator, so I'm going to multiply through by x plus 3 and x minus 3. So this is what it looks like. x minus 3, x plus 3 over x plus 3 minus x plus 3, x minus 3 over x minus 3. And then, this is going to be kind of gross, I have x squared plus 9, but that's times x minus 3, x plus 3. And that's all over our denominator, which is this, which is x plus 3, x minus 3. So really gross stuff there. But we're going to go ahead and simplify, and it's going to be okay. Those go away, and I'm left with x parentheses x minus 3. Minus, that's important, those go away, x and then x plus 3. And this is equal to, that goes away, and that goes away, x squared plus 9. Okay, so that's going to be x squared minus 3x minus x squared minus 3x is equal to x squared plus 9. Those go away. X squared minus x squared is 0. So on my left side, all I have is -6x. My right side is x squared plus 9. Now here's the problem. I can't solve this just by dividing both sides by -6. I have to get one side set equal to 0. If you have an x squared, you have to get one side set equal to 0. So I'm going to add 6x to both sides. I get 0 is equal to x squared plus 6x plus 9. And if you say, oh, F word, I have to factor, you're correct, ladies and gentlemen, because you do. You got to factor. What two numbers multiply to a positive 9 and add up to a positive 6? That'd be 3 and 3. So up here, it factors into 0 is equal to x plus 3 and x plus 3. So since we have that, we're going to go set that equal to 0. Subtract 3 from both sides. X equals -3. You do the same thing with this, but they're the same, so you don't really have to do it. There's my solution. No, wait. I also have this? So what? I can't. What? You can't do that. So, since that's my excluded value here, and that one does not work, my answer, ladies and gentlemen, let me see if I can make this real fun. My answer is no solution. Right on. Thank you.